Hello my crazies. If I could ask you a cheeky favour, before I start gabbering your ear off, if you could do me a favour and subscribe if you haven't, and like and share the video if you can, that would be absolutely amazing. And also if you could watch to the end, that would be brilliant. I do sometimes put outtakes at the end of my videos. There's no swearing in them, just me being a complete idiot. But I'll get on with the actual main video now. I'll speak to you all in a millisecond. Hello my crazies, and welcome back to Happy Day Tuesday. Well, it is Happy Day, isn't it? I wanted to pop on again because I've got some amazing news. Sorry if I've been blasting your account with videos. Where was I? That's it. Right, I have hit a milestone. I have got my 100 subscriptions, and we managed it within a month. Thank you all so much for subscribing and sticking around. I thought it would take me a lot longer to get there, seeing as I've not really promoted the channel as yet. It's been quite growing really steady though, with me just commenting on other creators' lives, being a bit cheeky there I suppose, and I know a few of you have also done some sharing, so that has been amazing. I'm still a little in shock with that because it's been like 24 hours now since I hit that 100. Now I decided about 3 weeks ago, because everything's going a bit topsy-turvy with the world at the moment, and we all want to do our bit to keep our friends and families safe. I decided about 3 weeks ago that I wouldn't be running a 100 sub giveaway to try and encourage new subscribers or anything like that. What I was going to actually do was a shout out for the person that hit the 100 subs. Just give me a second. That's like a noisy car. Hello Mr UPS man. Goodbye Mr UPS man. Hope it's for me. Right, but anyway, sorry, getting back. So I decided I was going to do a shout out for the 100 sub, like as long as like they've got a channel where they've got stuff on it. So it was I was really sitting here fingers crossed in the hope that they did. Now I'm going to put a link down below to the person who's my 100 sub. Right, are you ready for this? Drum roll. Right, she's called Crocheting Around New Zealand. Now I know I don't have many subs. I think I'm up to about 104 now, but I'm hoping a few of you may not have come across her channel yet, so it might be an idea to have a scoot over on the link that I'm going to put below, to have a nose and see what you think. Now I think it's brilliant because she's got a brilliant mix of things. There's something really for us all. She's got a crochet video tutorials, sewing tutorials, and even a cute puppy tutorial like video, and then she's got an album labelled Glimpses Glimpses of New Zealand. Now I've had a little nose at one or two of them, and they are so stunning. So I've decided once I've finished this video and any editing that it needs, I am going downstairs, I'm going to stick YouTube on my telly, I'm nicking the dog's splash pool, and I'm filling it up, and I'm sitting out on outside in my garden looking through to the telly, and I'm going to be watching a video, and then I'm basically pretending I'm going on holiday with probably snacks in one hand and a glass of something cheeky in the other, and then I'm just going to lay there and pretend that I'm on holiday, because hey, that sounds to me like pretty nice. I'm off to visit New Zealand later. Okay, so what else have I been up to today? Right, well I took Liam the dog out for his daily exercise this morning. At the moment my husband and daughter have been doing the majority of the daytime walks, because they've been at home now, cause we've all been in lockdown now for 23 days, because hubby had reports that a work colleague had tested positive for it, so we all went into isolation a little bit earlier than the majority of the UK. Luckily for us, I'd done a food shop the the day before we went down on lockdown, so it was like my monthly food shop. So the only thing we pretty much run out of is bread. So that's a quick walk round to our local corner shop, which is only like 2 minutes up the road, and we normally grab that or anything we need from there on the way back on the walk. So whoever does the walk has to do the shop on the way back. At the end of the day, support local, best thing you can do at the moment, because everyone's pretty much struggling, aren't they? Well, hubby, as I said, hubby normally does the exercise. Well, he's hurt his back a little bit tripping over the cat in the kitchen this morning. That fur ball sitting over there, I don't quite know if you can see her, but she's happy enough chilling there. So I did the morning walk. So about 11 we plodded off over to the nature reserve, which is literally not even 100 yards away from ours. So we've popped over there and we've gone for a little walk, and normally I just stick to 2 fields, but because it's like you've got these 2 fields, and then you've got, which is where they would normally put like the cows and the sheep, and at the moment the cows and the sheep aren't there because the whole thing got flooded and it's only just started drying out. So yeah, you've got the 2 fields, and then you've got the nature reserve section where they've got a massive bit of field that's fenced off. You can walk down by the side of it quite easily and you can see into it lovely, because it's only a chicken wire fence, and that's got all low level all birds that sort of nest on the ground, like ground nesting. So that's why they fence that off, and that's got like a little lake and stuff there, and it's really pretty. You can see it really easily, but it means then that if there's anyone with a dog that's being a bit cantankerous, it can't get to those nests. And we've also got a heron, I think they are, a massive bird with a beautiful wingspan, and he's being a bit cheeky at the moment because he's going around nicking the koi carp out of people's ponds. Now he's done that about 2 or 3 years in a row, so by now you'd think if you've got koi carp you'd put a net over them or you do something to safeguard them, but no, that tow rag is still going flying around nicking fish rather than going and finding them properly. So I got to see him today. He's absolutely stunning. He sort of flew in, had a perch for a few minutes while we walked around, kept an eye on us, and then flew off again. So that was really lovely, seeing something a little bit different to what I normally do, because I don't normally go over the nature reserve. That's normally a walk that just my husband does. So I've gone over and I've explored a bit further than where I have been previously, and so I found fresh running stream, like freshwater running stream, and the dog found it, and the dog got soaked, but the dog had fun. And then he got out and then he found the messy little puddle that there was, and he decided he was going to dunk himself in it. Now he doesn't normally go above the top of his arms, he doesn't like getting his belly wet, but for some reason me saying don't do it, you tow rag, encouraged him to dunk his entire head under and his body, and then he's come out and then he's running his ears along the floor trying to get the water out of his ears. And he decided he's going to come over, and he threatened to shake, and I just looked at him, pointed and went, get in the fresh. So he's run straight over and done that, thankfully. And then he met up with some I think they're called malamutes or malamutes. They're these massive fluffy puppies. Now these guys, they're like 9-10 years old, one of them is, and that's the mum, and then there's 2 sisters, and they are so fluffy and they are such lovely dogs. Now Liam's known them since he was a puppy, and they normally meet him when my husband's out on a walk, but I've never really met the owners before, so we kept our distance because Liam was on like a 6-metre lead, like an extendable lead, so I knew that if he couldn't reach them I was fine as well, and they were fine. So we've come across each other, and all the dogs want to do is play and run, so we went up to a bigger open section of the field and we just let them go running. Well, of course Liam's got a really good turn of speed and really tight turning circle, and he runs like a raving lunatic. And everyone on the estate knows if they want their dog exercised, within 5 minutes to give me a knock, and we'll go over a field and we'll just let the dogs run, because he wears them all out. So it was only about 5 or 10 minutes. He was running around like a lunatic with the 3 dogs, and they were taking it in turns to try and wear him out. Then we've gone our separate ways, and I've brought him home, and he was absolutely stinking. Although he'd been in the fresh water, he still stank. So he had a bath. Now luckily now he's a good dog, so I put him in the bath and then soap him all down and rinse him all off, and today he only shook once, so it's only taken me an hour to get dry myself, whereas normally it takes me 3 or 4 hours. So yeah, so that was really nice actually. It was just having a break from the norm, because my norm has been for the last like 2 to 3 weeks, it's just been sitting here chatting to you guys, making YouTube videos, doing crocheting, and then doing a little walk in the evening. So I've not really been out of the house as much, or if I am, it's only out into the garden. Right, now for those of you that have seen my last yarn haul from Good Vibes Yarns, you'll have seen my stunned face when they sent me this yarn in a mystery box. So I'm just gonna, there we go, that way, there we go. And the papaya fluffy. Now I said on that video I didn't have a flipping Nora. No, I'm gonna keep going. Right, I'd said I didn't have an absolute Scoobies what I was going to make with it. Well, on the label it had said use a 4mm hook, and if you've been working through my unicorn pillow, you'll know I love my 4mm hook. But the problem was I couldn't actually see the hook through all the lashing, these bits, like the lashes. I just couldn't see it. So I went up a couple of hook sizes, tried again, no, ended up on a 10mm. Now you guys know I do crochet quite tight, but 10 is the biggest hook that I have at the moment. So I ended up having to go really loosely, pulling up the loops quite chunky, so quite large, so I could get them through and get it done. So as it stands at the moment, I'm just shy by this much. That's it, that's all I've got left of my second ball. And what I did was I've just done a standard ruggy type thing, but there we go. Yeah, so let's sit back a bit. There we go. That's as far as I got so at the moment. It's not showing up the colours as true under this light as what they are indoors. It's very mottled, I suppose. I don't know, they're not too bad. But anyway, yeah, so that was just a basic 30 chain. Yeah, 30 chain. Now it's measuring in what was it? Yeah, it's going to be about 20 inches, and by the time I finish the third ball it's going to be 15 inches wide, so it's not going to be massive, not by a long shot. I was thinking of using it as a bath rug, like bath mat, when I first started, but I don't really think it's going to be big enough for me and my husband's feet, and my 14-year-old's in a size 7, so that's not going to work either. So I'll probably end up using it as a bit of a cushion maybe for this chair, because it is really thick. So it also means that if we do get any nice sun, I'm not going to end up getting my bottom stuck to this leather chair if I decide to wear shorts. So I suppose that's pretty nifty. Right, so before I changed up to the 10mm hook, I did a bit of a search on YouTube, because Courtney from Fiberfox Studios left a message on the bottom saying that she thought it may be that 70s yarn from Lion Brand, but just in a different colour, because it looks so familiar to her. Now once I read that, I've gone a bit loopy. I've been a bit fangirly, because bless, Courtney's one of the first YouTubers that I'd come across when I first started out crocheting, because I've not really been crocheting that long. So once I moved off of Aragurumi, I was looking for other ideas and clothing, and so I'd started watching her tutorials in the hopes that maybe one day I'd be able to copy one. But at that point in time, I didn't know a lot about yarn, and to be honest, I still don't, and I can't work out the comparisons between this one and that one. So it's just a case of, if I manage to get hold of a Lion brand yarn like I have managed to do, then I'll then go searching for a tutorial that uses that, so that I can go, oh, I've made it. So well, anyway, Courtney had stuck a message on saying about that, so off I've gone searching, and then I put a comment on, and I've openly admitted to fangirling, which is really strange, because I didn't think in my 40s I'd be fangirling over somebody that does crochet. But then I never did the fangirling with bands or anything, so hey, it's new to me. So I have literally been buzzing for about 3 or 4 days now with Courtney. She is my go-to girl. If I'm feeling a bit blur, I normally jump onto her channel and I watch one of her videos that she does that's called Tales from the Truck. Now the reason I do that is because she's got the most amazing and infectious giggle. Excuse me a minute, that's Gobby, me dog. Liam, chill. So I got the window open. But yeah, she's got such an infectious giggle that it pulls you out of any bad mood that you're in. It really, really does. So that was my good news number 2 for the week. First being 100 subscribers, and my second being Courtney sort of commenting on my video. She even thinks she's gonna make me unicorn as well. I can't wait to see it. It's bound to be 10 times better, but I love it. So let me think, what else have been going on for today. Right, so let's go for a couple of projects that I'm hoping to get a tutorial out for you. Now they are literally thoughts in process at the moment, and as you've noticed, sometimes my brain works and sometimes it doesn't. So at the moment I'm working on possibly a top, or oh, what are they called? I can't even think. So right, another thing I've been working on are these daisies. I'm not too sure about the way they're joined at the moment, but at the moment it's turning into a bit of a hippie headband for me. Maybe next week I'll wear that. But my plan is to make some daisies and incorporate them into maybe a lightweight summer poncho, or a top or something like that. But it is literally that early in the process. So I've got the design for these, but this isn't the finish. This is like the mock 1 and 2, and I think I'm on about mock 10 or 11 now. Just for the daisies, so the top might take a while yet. And then my other one is this monstrosity, or massive item. At the moment it just looks like a giant blanket, but I'm hoping that once it's finished it's going to end up being a roll neck jumper. But it's been made with the ombre yarn, the knit pearl ombre yarn that I got from Aldi's. Now I've only got one complete ball left and the rest is odds and ends and all blue, so it might be a case of it being the roll neck and the sleeves, and anything else that's added is just going to be blue, because I can't be doing with ordering another Aldi's yarn. I go a bit doolally on those, don't I? But well, that's going to be a winter project, end of summer project now, so the video for that one won't be coming out anytime soon. We're looking at probably end of September, I suppose, beginning of November. I'll try and get it out end of September, so then it gives you a chance to knock it out yourself, so you've got a nice chunky one for when it's cold and snowy. And apologies to anybody that's sitting in snow at the moment saying, I wish you'd make it now, Ange. But right, so that's pretty much it for me, I think. Yep, so just chatting to you about my dog walk and just me bits and pieces like that, and it is literally just trying to find something smiley and happy to keep going through the day. Right, so I'm gonna head off now. Stay safe, everybody, stay in and don't go as crazy as me. Goodbye for now.